Hi everyone, it's Maddie. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is called my top 3 handbags, and I just wanted to share with you guys. I get a lot of questions from people asking, where should I start building my handbag collection? What's your favorite? What's the best starter bag and things like that. And those are all good questions and they're really hard questions, but I feel like a lot of times my answer kind of comes down to like a sort of not helpful one where I'm saying things like, oh, it depends on your lifestyle and what you really love. And I think that that's true, but not always the most helpful. So I'm hoping that this video kind of sheds a little light on kind of how I think about what luxury handbags I use most and love most in my collection, because it's not always true that the most used handbag is the most coveted one. So this kind of, I'll just jump right into it and start talking about the bags, and then hopefully you'll kind of understand what I'm going at. Okay, so the 3 bags that I wanted to talk about today, I'm just going to get right to it. The first one is a tote, and this is the Louis Vuitton Neverfull in the MM size in Damier Bean. So that's number 1. Number 2 is Louis Vuitton Speedy Empreinte in Noir in the size 30, and it's bandolier. And then the third one is the Chanel Classic Double Flap in the jumbo size in Caviar, black and gold hardware. So the way that I kind of thought about this is, if I could only have 3 handbags in my collection, which 3 would it be? And so my first thought was, well, I'm going to need a bag for work because that's most of my everyday. I carry a laptop to and from work, and while I can carry a handbag and then my laptop separately, it's really not practical most days. And so it was between my 2 work bags are this Neverfull and my Chanel GST. The reason why the Neverfull went out is because this is also a great catch-all casual travel bag. It's great just if I'm going to go somewhere. I will normally bring my Neverfull and then like another bag inside it, or have this in my luggage somehow, or just somehow with me, because it's so easy to just toss everything in here. This bag can hold a ton. This is the old model Neverfull with the cursive pouch here, and mine was made in the United States. This is, I think this guy's like almost 2 years old now. I'm pretty sure it's 2 years. And just like super durable, all weather, awesome bag. The Chanel GST that I have is a great work bag, but doesn't work as well for travel, I feel, just because this bag can totally take all sorts of abuse and hold a lot more. And then also when I was traveling for work a lot, I really liked this because I could bring everything with my tote and then go to the hotel and do this little like tuck in the ears number. So if I was limited to 3 bags, I feel like this would give me a little bit more versatility versus the GST, which is always kind of the same. And so when you tuck the ears in, it has a little bit more structure and it kind of operates a little bit more like how the GST operates. Oh, I have a little bit of white stuff on there. Anyway, not important. It's kind of my beater bag. So this is, I think, a great starter tote. It helps that it's one of the less expensive Louis Vuitton handbags out there, and so I think it's a great starter bag, not because I think you shouldn't spend a lot of money on your first handbag, because I'm not sure if I believe that necessarily, but I think it's very durable, super versatile, and for me solves a few problems like travel, to and from work, and then it's just nice to have a tote, which is a more casual bag that you can just sort of beat around town, go shopping with. Now in California, lots of places are charging for shopping bags, and so this can be a nice one to go to the mall with, just pick up a bunch of stuff and check it in. So that is where that fills in the gap. The next one, well, I'm going to go back to the Chanel Jumbo, why I picked this bag. is because I was thinking, well, one of these bags, if there are only 3, is going to have to serve for formal events. And this bag, well, it is, I think, a little too big for something like black tie, a very formal event like that, or, you know, I don't know, prom. Not that I would be going to prom, I'm like way too old. But I think this is a suitable dressy bag for my lifestyle. So if I was going out to a nice dinner with friends, to like a fancier restaurant, I think this would be like perfect. I could be dressed up, you know, all in black with little gold touches, and then this could kind of be more like bang in there. And then it's just also that I love the construction and the luxury and the timelessness of this bag. And even though the jumbo can be very dressed up and I think suitable for those fancy events, dinners or receptions or things like that, I also think that this bag looks great dressed down. And so as a smaller casual bag, it works both ways. So I could take it to the mall, I could carry it crossbody, like with boyfriend jeans and a button down, and it kind of gives that high-low look. So it can be a smaller, like, casual bag if I'm dressed down, or kind of a larger dressy bag. I also think that the Chanel classics aren't a bag you'll ever regret. Like, you'll never look at it later and be like, wow, like, I can't believe, like, what was I thinking? Just because it is such a classic look and it is such a well-constructed bag. I think it can be a little bit fussy with the double flaps, but it's hard to argue that it's a bad solution. I know some people, you know, they're like, well, it wasn't as great as I thought it would be, and like, I'm not saying that like this bag's gonna solve your problems or anything like that, but if you love luxury handbags, I kind of think this is where you want to be. It's just so beautiful. I mean, I'm in love with this bag. So this would be my second selection. So you have like your casual travel work on the go, and then you kind of have this smaller handbag that's dressier, but you can still dress it down. It's not like it's covered in sequins. Well, I mean, even sequins, do what you want, you know, but it's classic. It's not going to go out of style. It's very well made, and I think the Caviar is very hard wearing and can just take you so many different places with the versatility with the straps on the shoulder or crossbody. Wearing it long would be like, oh, way too long. I wish I was tall enough to do that. But so that would be my second choice for if I can only have 3 handbags. And then the third thing is kind of more up to your lifestyle. So I would say that if you are like a very fancy person and going to a lot of elegant events, you might want your third handbag to be a clutch even smaller than this. But since my life is pretty casual, I chose the Speedy Empreinte as my third handbag, and it's full of stuff right now. It's the bag I'm using right now. And this I kind of think of as like a great, oh, and I love how slouchy she's getting. And this leather is so yummy. Okay, enough gushing. I think that this bag is a great weekend bag, also great travel bag. If I'm traveling without my laptop, I love this because it holds so much, but I think it also has like a kind of, you know, it's still really casual, but it's a fancier look than the Neverfull. I think the Neverfull is very, you know, it's a wardrobe staple, where I feel like this bag speaks a little bit more towards my style and personality when I wear it. It's more reflective of me and the things that I like, whereas the Neverfull is like, wearing a white button down and jeans. You know, it's not really making a statement about what you love, but it's just like, this is classic, I can't go wrong, like no fuss, no muss. This is a little bit more like, what does she love? Like, she loves wearing black and being fancy and flashy, but also subtle. Like the Empreinte is, you know, it has Louis Vuitton printed all over it. It's still very in your face, but it's not as in your face as Monogram. So, you know, there it is. This bag holds a ton. It's more casual. This is one of my favorite shopping bags. You know, The Neverfull is good for those more practical shopping trips where you're like, I need to go get socks and peaches and deodorant at CVS, and you bring this and like you throw the socks in, you throw the deodorant in, and then you go get peaches, you know. Whereas this is more like all day at the mall. You have a water bottle in there, you have a scarf in there in case you get cold, you have your wallet and your makeup bag to touch up afterwards. You can carry it around like so many different ways: crook your arm, handheld, over the shoulder, or crossbody. I've been wearing it really long over my shoulder recently because I really liked that look, and then just slightly open. I like that you can leave it open and just be really carefree and casual. So like I'll zip it up this much so I can go in and out and just grab my phone. But if I needed to, you know, you could zip it up all the way and have a really really safe, locked down kind of bag. So you just put it all to one side and have that in the front, so you can really have control over what's going in and out of your bag. I also picked this bag because it's leather, and so I think that, you know, the formal bag, picking the jumbo, it being leather, made a lot of sense. But I really love leather products, and so I think if you have your third bag, could be an even more casual one, like a Sully or something, if you're like a mom and on the go and need hands-free. But that's kind of how I think of, you know, like the bare bones bag collection. I obviously have a few more handbags than this, but I think if I had to narrow it down, it would be these three guys: work, travel, casual, something a little bit more dressy, and just luxe, and maybe not the most practical, but something I love. And then a bag that just really suits my personality and aesthetics and lifestyle. And so that's why when people are like, well, what bag is the best first bag? I'm like, oh, it depends on so many things. Because like for some of my girlfriends, like I think, for example, and I don't know Minx, but I watch her videos, so I feel like I know her. Her third bag would be this speedy multicolor, and because that is so reflective of her style and personality and like personal aesthetics. So it totally makes sense that that would be the next thing that she would keep, if that makes sense. Anyway, I hope this video was helpful to you. I would love to hear down below what your favorite 3 videos are. And oh, okay, so I'm gonna let the clock run to 13 minutes, which will happen in like 5 seconds. And then I wanted to talk to you guys again really quick. This is just for people who are watching the videos at this point. I'm not going to mention this anywhere else, but I am doing a giveaway for people who watch my videos and more or less watch them all the way through. So I wanted to just thank you guys for watching videos on my channel and all the beautiful comments you leave, and for subscribing and liking my videos. And I think that's so great. And in one of my videos, I was saying something, and I was like 28 minutes in, and I was saying like, like nobody's watching right now. But if you are, leave a 28 in the comments. And I was so shocked and taken aback and just so happy with how many people had been watching at that moment, and it just meant so much to me, and I want to say thank you. And so what I'm doing is I'm doing a giveaway for you guys. I'm giving away one of these Christian Dior Creme de Rose lip balms. It's international, so anyone can enter. If you're under 18, ask your parent or guardian before entering. And so all you have to do is like this video and just put Club 28 in the comments. So it's this video, and there are a couple others that I'm going to mention it in, and so you can enter once on each video that I mention the giveaway on. So just like the video. You should be a subscriber if you're watching like 15 minutes in. Come on, you guys. But you know, you don't have to be, but you should be. Like it, comment Club 28. I will take everyone who commented on the videos that I mentioned it in, and put it into a spreadsheet and do the drawing. This is just for you guys. So I'm not going to talk about it on Instagram. I'm not going to leave it in the comments. I'm not going to put it in the videos. It's just on the DL for people that are hanging out with me, talking about purses, and just to say thank you guys, because I really love you. So yeah, anyway, back to it. Yeah, these are my top 3 handbags. Sorry for the weird interlude. These are the 3 handbags I would choose if I could only have 3, and this is how I would recommend you building your collection too, is kind of thinking of, you know, first thinking of like the basics of your lifestyle, like what do you have to cover? Is it school? Is it work? You know, if you are working, like, you know, is a backpack more comfortable for your commute if you're biking? Or is it a tote bag like me? Or do you not really need a big bag for work? You know, what are the big events that you go to? You know, if you are always going out to clubs with your friends, maybe you want like a crossbody that sits closer to your body. Or if you're always going out to dinner and it can be more formal, like what is the thing that's going to bring you the most versatility? And then I think thirdly, and maybe most importantly, is what are those pieces that you just fall in love with that really make your heart sing and just make you so happy to use and have in your collection? Because if it's not about that, then what's the point of buying luxury purses? Well, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like this video if you like, you know, kind of chatty but purse review videos like this. Leave any questions in the comments down below, and don't forget to subscribe. All right, I will talk to you guys later. Have a great day. Bye.